The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Lance to throw for it on fourth down. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is going to have the Niners first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. They only needed that 1 yard going for it on fourth. I got to be honest, I thought they were going to stay on the ground. They surprised me. Did they surprise you?
I'm with you on that one. I thought they'd find a way to create some type of a power run and try and pick up the first down, but they decided to keep the ball in the hands of the guy who could throw it, and it paid off.
Yeah, the decision paid off indeed. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Meanwhile, Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Just a yard in the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And they'll go for it. Lance toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. On 1st down, Lance. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Singletary, they'll go up the middle. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game. Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Off of play action, here's Lance. Rolling to his left. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. A handoff on the option to Singletary. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Devin Singletary, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Finding Walker complete. The 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Here we go. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Here's Lance to throw it. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the 49ers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Singletary again. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Play action. Now it's Lance. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Uchenna and Wosu got the sack there. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack. Another try after the first down sack. Lance. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And some room to run now. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. 86 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary. Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. But let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
Singletary. Fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. The Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation. Here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Lance and company going on 4th down. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. And they've got it 1st and 10. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And Walker has it. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. They'll look to throw again. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Back to throw again. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the 1st half. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Left side complete to Lockett. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 2nd down. That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club, and one we talk about all the time. In football, puts you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this 1st half. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. Touchdown, Seahawks. Tyler Lockett in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. So that really an almost perfect drive as they chew up some clock and wind up scoring late in this first half.
And remember, they've got a chance to double dip here because they're going to get the ball first to start the 3rd quarter. So the potential could go up 2 scores before the other guys get a chance to do anything.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. Complete. This is Mitchell. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throw out wide to Walker. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. And they'll send the slot in motion left. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw.
Man open downfield, it's Metcalf.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
DK Metcalf,
64 yards.
and the Seahawks go up by 2 touchdowns.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
The Lance going to throw. Open man is Burks, and he's got him.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Now on 2nd and 13, Lance. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Open man is Ayuk, complete.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 37.
Now a play fake. Lance. He's got Ayuk once again.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Again, they'll throw it with Lance. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Now, this red zone is where the Seahawk crowd really makes it tough for an offense to communicate. It's 3rd down.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
Let's go now.
And they'll go for it. Lance.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And the Seahawks are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now.
Back to throw here. Catch is made by Metcalf. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He lets it fly for Lockett. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. They find some open field here. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They'll set up a throw. That's caught inside the 20.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long. And I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them. And now it's
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack.
Lance.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration. They're settling in now, and it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Touchdown!
Bo Melton.
An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Seahawks look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home. Finding space at the 40.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47.
First down, here's Mitchell. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
And Lance's throw taken in by Samuel.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They run over center with Mitchell.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Off of play action, here's Lance.
That's complete right around the 8. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
And Lance now to throw.
Touchdown 49ers.
Deebo Samuel,
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
and the Niners have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Well, they needed 3 scores to have any chance. There's the first of the 3 as they get into the end zone.
Yeah, Brandon, I think that our guys at Next Gen Stats in charge of the win probability are probably saying your chances still aren't great. But now, you still got more than 3 minutes to go. You got to focus on the task at hand, which is going to be getting the football back as quickly as possible.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Two scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Straight ahead, Walker, and he'll get it inside the 35.
Defensively, no doubt they need a quick stop. Offensively here, maybe do you put it in the air on 2nd down, or do you go ahead and keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving?
A lot of people would ask that question, partner, because sometimes throwing the ball might actually be the path of least resistance. But in this case, it's a matter of trust. How much do you trust your quarterback? Because you throw the ball and it goes awry, you really don't look smart as a coach.
Yeah, and then you stop that clock.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
On 3rd down, here's Walker.
And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
So out now is the Seattle field goal team. This to make it a 3-score game late. And this one is right down the middle.
So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Working from the gun, Lance.
Open man is Samuel, complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
And my goodness, another interception.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
This pass complete to Melton.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Another catch for Melton. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown.
Bo Melton
with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is now 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Come on, set.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
As this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Seahawks, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Niners, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8.